The Wrath of Becky. 3 years after the harrowing ordeal with four neo-Nazis who invaded her family's lake house and killed her father, 16-year-old Becky continues living life off the grid while escaping from successive foster homes and honing her survival skills. Picked up while hitchhiking, Becky and her dog Diego eventually settle in with a matronly woman named Elena Kahn, who treats Becky like a responsible daughter and does not pry about her past. Anthony, DJ, and Sean, three members of an extremist group called the Noble Men, stop at the diner where Becky works as a waitress. Angered by their insulting misogyny, Becky purposefully dumps a hot cup of coffee in Anthony's lap, so the three men secretly follow Becky home. Despite claiming he only wanted to scare the girl, upon breaking into her house, Anthony ends up shooting Elena in her head, knocking Becky unconscious and dognapping Diego. After Becky recovers, she vows to find her dog and take revenge for Elena's death. Remembering that the men previously mentioned meeting with someone named Daryl, Becky finds two local addresses linked to that name. The first location leads Becky to an elderly woman identified as Daryl Sr. The second leads Becky to a remote cabin where Nobleman cell leader Daryl hosts a meeting with Anthony, DJ, Sean, and another militia member known as Twig. Becky sneaks into the cabin and finds evidence that a town hall protest planned for the next day will actually be an armed insurrection against Senator Hernandez. Becky also steals a secret thumb drive containing membership information on everyone associated with the Noblemen. Becky leaves a cell phone on Daryl's doorstep that she uses to taunt the men. Becky's arrival forces Anthony, DJ, and Sean to confess to dog-napping her dog, but they do not say anything to Daryl about having murdered Elena. Daryl makes Anthony go after Becky. Becky leads Anthony into a hidden pit in the forest. She then rigs Anthony with a grenade trap that blows up his head when Daryl reopens the front door. After Daryl turns his gun on them to demand the truth about Becky, DJ and Sean reveal Elena's murder. Realizing the rally will actually be a violent insurrection, Sean has a change of heart and tries abandoning the group, but Daryl beats Sean and breaks his neck, killing him. Becky calls Daryl to continue taunting him. She threatens to expose the plot against Senator Hernandez and also reveals that she stole Daryl's incriminating thumb drive. Twig goes outside looking for Becky. Becky fires a crossbow bolt through Twig's cheeks. Fearful of both Becky and Daryl, DJ runs to their truck and drives away. Twig and Becky have a protracted face-off, ultimately ending with Becky using a machete to hack Twig to death. However, Daryl uses a tranquilizer dart to take Becky captive. Becky wakes to find herself tied to a chair. Daryl shows Becky that he stole her keepsake key and that a hidden shaft inside the key cylinder contains engraved numbers he presumes to be coordinates. Revealing herself to be Daryl's mother as well as the secret mastermind behind the Noblemen, the elderly woman Becky previously met as Daryl Sr. arrives at the cabin. Daryl Sr. uses Becky's dog to taunt Becky while demanding to know where the thumb drive is. Becky breaks free from her restraints. Daryl leaves the room to recover after Becky sprays him with mace. Daryl Sr. moves to shoot Diego, but Becky throws a knife into her forehead. Daryl Jr. chases Becky into the forest outside. Becky leads Daryl into animal traps that pin his legs and clamp around his throat. He whispers, "Well done," and dies. Becky retrieves her key. Becky returns to the cabin for Diego and discovers that Daryl Sr. survived. Daryl Sr. tries to shoot Becky but is unable to aim properly due to her head injury. Becky has Diego maul Daryl Sr. to death. 24 hours later, CIA agent Kate Montana interviews Becky about the thumb drive and single-handedly taking down a Nobleman cell. Agent Montana offers to recruit Becky, and Becky agrees. DJ is trying to get back on the road after his truck breaks down when a law enforcement vehicle pulls over behind him. He reaches for a gun to confront the officer but sees that it's Becky, dressed in a black suit and aiming a rocket launcher at him. She fires the rocket launcher at DJ, blowing up his truck and killing him.